What's up guys, Trailbound Chris, and my bike has been bogging on kind of the top end. Really want to ride some diamonds this weekend, so I'm hoping that we can figure it out. Stick around. So a little overwhelmed right now during the holidays. We got a lot of orders going out, and I'm trying to get around to making some more of the parts pouches in the camo. I think a lot of those guys are buying those for gifts for their buddies, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna get these all packaged up. Gonna do some parts pouch making, and then get around to working on my bike and see what's going on with that. Alright, so with my bike bogging, so it's a 250 XC, and it sort of felt like a 300, kind of more tractory. I didn't want to rev out and get those high RPMs, like almost like the mapping switch was turned on. That's the first thing I tried, is unplugging the mapping switch, because if you unplug the mapping switch, then it should go back to the normal kind of fast mode. And when you turn the mapping switch on, that puts it into the slower, kind of more tractory feel to it. So I unplugged that, and that didn't fix it. So I'm not quite sure what it is. People on Instagram seem to think it has to do with a carbon buildup on the power valve. So I'm going to try to clean that off. And I'm also going to do top end. It needs it. It's at about 260 hours. It's been going for, I don't know, 110 hours. My previous bike, the top end went out at 150 hours, and that left me stranded on the trail in Downeyville, where we had to tow rope it out. There's a video on that if you want to watch it. It's pretty funny. Got caught in the rain, had to make a fire just because I was waiting there for the guys to come back on the fire road with the van. And yeah, great times. So I'm really hoping that that's kind of the only issue that I have, and because some guys were thinking maybe it was a slipping clutch. That's the sound that they heard when I played the video clip, but yeah, I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll find out, see if this fixes it. I'd really like to shred some moto. So this is not a step-by-step video on how to do a top end, but because there's guys like Slavens that have great videos on how to do a top end, and this is more so just kind of documenting what I did on this top end. Watch this video, see the things that I screwed up on, watch Jeff Slavin's video as you're doing it if this is new to you, and then you think you should be good to go. Alright guys, tearing this sucker down. I'm gonna do my hoses while I do my top end. I don't know, that's not too much carbon. Not sure if that's my issue or not. Alright, we're back. So I didn't quite get around to finishing up the rebuild last night. Asked some guys on Instagram what kind of gasket maker I should use on my power valve here. I think most people said the ultra black will work. One person said the copper. Oh, and this was stuff that you get at the hardware store. I didn't have the special like Yama whatever lube that Slavens recommends, which is a really thin one. I just had some of this, but I think this will work. A lot of people are saying it'll be fine. When I pulled out the power valve, it wasn't that messy, to be honest. Like it didn't have a ton of carbon. I run maximum oil, and it's not, it's synthetic. It's nice stuff. So there wasn't a lot of buildup there. So I was hoping that was the issue with the bog, but I don't know. I kind of don't think that's going to be it. So we're going to put it together with the top end. Top end looks pretty good to me too, but we'll troubleshoot it, I guess. All right, one question that's come up before is, do you put oil or grease or leave dry for these gaskets that go on the head here? I'm not quite sure. I've heard it's a preference thing. I have heard people say they don't do anything for the head in particular, but they'll grease up other gaskets. Let me know in the comments what you guys do for next time. I think I'm gonna run these dry, unless one of my buddies texts me otherwise, before I get the piston in there. So these are the easy clips. from Slavin's Racing. There's circlips that go in the side of the piston. You put one in first, and then you'll put this in second. This just allows you to get the needle nose pliers onto it, and it just makes the process so much easier. So we carry these on shop.trailbound.co. Check them out. It's a great way to just make this a little bit easier, a little bit safer. You don't have circlip flying across the garage, you know. So with those easy clips, don't use them with the Wiseco piston. I know that they definitely work with the Vertex. That's kind of the piston that we all run. Our buddy had a discount with the Wiseco, and he found out that the easy clips do not work with them. He contacted Slavins, and that's what they said. But yeah, other than that, it should work fine. All right, so I bought this gasket, the full gasket kit for the top end from Rocky Mountain. And it came with a lot of good stuff, O-rings I used. But this one for the power valve, it's a little bit different than the stock one. Whereas the stock one was cut right here. How this designed, I'd have to pull off that little thing in the power valve, slip this on, pop it on, and then put it over. And then this would be like kind of exposed, not even metal on metal. So I don't know, I think I'm gonna just cut this away closer to the stock one. I ruined the original one pulling it off, so I do need a new gasket. Now I got that. Not sure if this is acceptable or not, but this is what I'm doing. Let me know in the comments if this is a bad idea. This is a flange protector that we carry in the Trailbound shop. It's just an awesome thing to have. If you're denting your pipe a bunch, hitting it from the bottom, it'll prevent you from cracking this and having to replace your entire head. So definitely recommend getting one of those. Easy install. Alright, so I got the top end in, and I feel like it's riding a little bit more perky than it was before. Maybe fixed the bog. I haven't got on a single track. Just took it out around the neighborhood, got the mail. But you remember that time I cut that gasket? So that was a bad idea. I got a oil leak coming out right here. It was so bad that it was dripping down when the motor was hot. So yeah, should have cut that. You know, you got to pop that piece off the power valve, stick it back in there. It seems weird that no metal is touching that area. So I don't know. I'm gonna go to Motor Cafe tomorrow and pick one up. So yeah, hopefully we'll be get riding this weekend. You know, struggles of getting the bike working is always fun. But yeah, stay tuned. All right, so this is embarrassing, but I put the head gasket in upside down, so I'm pulling the whole head off and redoing this entire thing. As you can see, it's sticking out. This should go up against the power valve, and maybe that's why I have the leak, and it's not because I cut it. All right, as you can see, there's a big gap right here, and you can see all this oil that's leaking there. So that's what it should look like. As you can see, the square edge goes against this, and this wraps around. It will go either way, as you can see, or as you saw, you gotta pay attention to these things. Yeah, wrenching. So I'm noticing that this is a little bit proud of this, and you know, on opposite on the other side. So this power valve cover needs to be pushed that way, but I don't remember there being any play when I had these bolts loosened up. So I don't know. All right, so I've loosened up these bolts, all those bolts, and I'm just tapping this until it's flush. And it is in fact moving, so make sure this is nice and lined up. Don't just rely on the bolts to center it. All right, so I got a new gasket from Motor Cafe. They had them in stock. And I'm gonna put a little bit of this black gasket maker. So it's the maximum oil resistance one at the bottom, because these bikes are known for leaking. These 2017 and newer are known for leaking out of that cover, like even straight from the factory. My buddy Isaiah, he had that issue. A lot of people on Instagram were talking about having that issue. So let me know in the comments if this is a bad idea or good idea. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'm just gonna do it at the bottom because there's that that kind of black rubber piece that this has to seal around. So there's part where it's not even touching the metal, you know. So I think that's kind of why it is prone to leaking there. So as you can see, there's this kind of black plastic thing. Gasket fits under, which is kind of weird that there's no metal pressure applying on this whole middle area. That's kind of why I thought to cut it out, because the original one didn't have any paper stuff there. I don't know if it deteriorated or something. I'm gonna pop this back in and get the clip in there. So what do you think, guys? Should I put some RTV gasket maker around the bottom of this where it's just kind of the metal? Create a good seal? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm not gonna do it now, but you know, future reference. What's up, guys? I'm working on the inside of my van. I'm doing a bunch of carving, custom work for this shelf that goes over the bed / couch. And as you can see, I'm kind of building in some shelves into here, just carving it all out. So it's like you're sitting in a cave with an awesome view. Turned out good. So yeah, kind of moment of truth. I'm gonna start this sucker up, see if that gasket held. I'll run around the neighborhood and yeah, we'll hope for the best here. My heat cycles on the previous day, so I think it's good. Oh shit! I forgot I didn't bolt the seat in. Oh, that's classic. All right, can't get too off-road. Alright, moment of truth. Is there oil leaking out of this bad boy? And it looks nice and clean. It was like dripping before, so I'm thinking it's pretty good. Sweet, let's go ride some diamonds. That's a motherfucker. Yeah, top end's done. Cleaned out that power valve, cleaned the gunk off of it, and it's running better now. It's a little bit more perky. Got all these parts pouches done. I just got to ship them out. I did them in the black and also in the camo. Yeah, if you guys haven't seen these, check out the inside of them. So you open them up, you've got this pocket that's attached, so you can put stuff behind here. And then here I like to tuck like wire and steel putty. It all fits in this nice pouch. Thanks for watching the video. There's kind of some questions throughout the video. If you guys have some thoughts on the different things that I tried, things that I could do better, let me know. I'm always trying to learn. Yeah, thanks for the support, guys, and we'll see you on the trail.